Hey, what's going on, everybody? Back today with another metal album review, and today I'm reviewing Talanas, Reason and Abstract. Now, Talanas is often categorized as a progressive metal band, but progressive metal is not typically a subgenre of metal that I really enjoy or listen to, so you may be a little bit confused as to why I'm reviewing this album. And the reason for that is that Talanas is a band that's very hard to categorize, and calling them a progressive metal band does not accurately describe what their music is. Talanas has many different influences going into their sound, and in addition to the progressive metal style here, there are quite a few other styles that I really enjoy that definitely went into the making of this particular EP here, which is actually their debut. Those styles would include things like death metal, sort of thrash groove metal, and classic doom metal. So there's definitely a lot of sound and a lot of influence going into this particular release, and I'll get into that momentarily. Now what you get on this release is a list of 3 tracks here: Diaphora, Praise Be the Fever, and Aorta. And although there are some distinct and very common similarities here between the tracks, like distinct in terms of their sound, but common between the 3 different songs on this particular release, you'll definitely hear good amount of variation, and really this is an enjoyable release altogether. It's fast-paced, it's catchy at the same time, and it's one of those albums that really grows on you the more you listen to it, especially due to the complexity of this music. Now, Talanas likes to sort of switch up their styles a lot, and they have lighter and darker tones throughout their songs. That can really be made evident here if you listen to the vocal styles on this particular release. They do, the standard kind of death metal kind of growls throughout all their songs here, but on each and every track you also get clean and more progressive vocal styles here, in addition to the occasional sort of whispering or talking part. And those styles, as they're mishmashed together, sort of, form a very rich tone to this album, which I quite enjoy. Now, what I really found to be sort of a blessing and a curse here was the lyrics. The lyrics are definitely not bad. It's just something that I think the band could do a little bit of work expanding on, especially on the sort of shorter passages with the clean vocals on Praise Be the Fever and Aorta. I actually really like the clean singing, and I'd like to hear the band expand more on that idea and include sort of longer passages, as you will hear on this sort of the later parts of the album here and there. But I wish they did that more throughout the songs and really promoted that as an idea a little bit more. Now, the guitar sort of mirrors the vocals quite well in this particular release with the darker and lighter tones. You'll get the standard kind of thrash and death metal dark tones on here, very aggressive parts, but you'll also hear the very clean and crisp guitar parts here, especially when they mirror the clean vocals. So I think that balance is quite well done, and I don't have any problems with the guitar playing at all. I find it quite excellent here. It's technical and it's melodic at the same time, and I really like that. One thing I'd like to mention before I continue is that the production on this particular EP is quite well done. I have absolutely no complaints with it, and that is especially evident when it comes to the bass playing. Yes, you can actually make out the bass parts on this particular release, something that may not be a common idea on metal albums and EPs and so on. So compliments to you guys at Talanas for doing that, especially on Praise Be the Fever and Aorta. You can hear that crunchy bass, and you can hear distinct moments when it stands out from the rest of the instrumentation. So I really like that. And, at times it does blend in, but it actually provides part of that heavy backdrop that you can also hear with the drumming on here. The drummer really knows his stuff. Excellent fills, very fast drumming, and it keeps the pressure on, and it keeps the sort of back end of the music going really fast, and it's catchy at the same time, even though it's very complex. I'd like to definitely compliment the drummer from Talanas. You're doing a great job here. I really like especially the fills on Diaphora. Quite excellent there. Nothing to complain about at all with the drumming. Once again, good production. It's heavy and it's kind of dark at the same time, but it's also well produced and also not overproduced. So overall, the instrumentation and the vocals on this particular release are excellent. Nothing to complain about here. Now, one thing I'd like to mention before I sort of close off this video is that, you know, this is a band that I can definitely see that is up and coming. They have a lot of cool vibes in here, and although their sound is sort of may sound familiar, they combine elements in unique ways, and they take influences from, you know, styles of music that they probably enjoy or that they've listened to in the past. So, although this may not be like groundbreaking in a sort of new and exciting way, what is groundbreaking about this particular album is that combination of ideas, just how well executed it is, great production, and overall, you know, it's a catchy album, but at the same time, it'll grow on you the more and more you listen to it. So overall, I'd have to say that Talanas, Reason and Abstract is actually one of the musical highlights of this year for me. Just because it's a band I'd not heard about until recently. It's a new band. It's a band's first EP, and it's still quite excellent. So check out this particular EP. You can order it online. I definitely recommend you do that. Comes from the UK, I believe, and it's a great listen. So check out Talanas. Support doom metal. Support, you know, these smaller bands, and that's all I really have to say. Thank you for watching. Have a good one.